Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
It's been a while
Hi.
since you've been on stream.
It has been. It has been a long time.
Last time our name was Bingus.
That's true. You're right.
What did we do last time? We were like in the tournament thingy? Hello,
yeah,
everyone.
I think that was exactly like the last time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Halo. You are rude. Rude! Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome to the post V13 release dev commentary stream.
Hi.
We said a long time ago that we would do this because of like I know that it's like excuse me, talking is hard. That people wanted to like know more stuff behind the scenes, and it also was like an idea that came from the fact that the Q&A that we did last time we did a major release had like a ton of responses. And
Oh my goodness, I did not expect the amount of responses that we got for that thing.
yeah, like I don't think we even got around to answering every single question in that thread. So
I think I answered like 2 questions because I was on vacation, I'm pretty sure.
You had like a bunch of like really long posts, I believe.
I did have a lot of long posts.
Well, I felt like maybe it would be nice to go over like stuff on stream for once and just
Hydrate.
Like, there's a lot of there's a lot of
I think they're trying to drown us. Alex specifically asking us to drink gallons of water. Okay, I'll drown live on stream. Is that against TOS?
Drowning on stream, well, it's not on camera, so like, is it really against TOS? Like, what if you just get up and leave and pretend you drowned?
Everybody got stuck on the first Melia fight, now they want us to drown.
No.
I feel that, though. I really do. What the heck? You know
Stop! You're out of control!
You know what? I'll redeem myself.
It's not being caught in, like, the recordings, so, like, whatever, but...
I'll use some points to drown us both. There we go.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, how many people are in stream? I can't see the number right now.
It's 73.
Oh my fucking god. Hello.
You know.
Anyways, I would like to,
I can't drink all this water.
I would like to preface everything just with, like, another warning up front. There are gonna be spoilers because we are gonna be talking in, like, no specific order. Like, maybe, like, at least there's not gonna be, like, a real chronological order. We're gonna talk about, like, some stuff that we, like, experienced during the dev cycle, but there's also gonna be, like, stuff about the game itself. Meaning that there's gonna be V13 spoilers. You have been warned if you have not finished, like, the update or, like, do not, like, actually care about the spoilers still. Just tune out now. You're gonna get spoiled.
It's funny you say that because I literally just spoiled something with that joke. But you know what?
You're right.
Whatever.
But
what? Melia's alive?
If you don't care, then just like hi. I hope you enjoyed the stream.
No way! I thought she was dead.
Oh my god, Edge,
oh,
please.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, They're, like, we should probably start from the beginning, I guess, like, after V12 release.
Wait, hold on, before that, spoiler alert, there's Twinks in Rejuve.
True.
I would like to officially say that that is not true, and anyone who says that in chat will personally be banned by me.
You know that's a lie, right?
Yes. I'm hydrating, I can't talk right now.
But, we had, like, a couple of things noted down. Right. So the first thing you tackled was Black Steeple.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing, like, a lot of the revamps this version were, like, done out of order. I don't know what, like, possessed me to do Black Steeple first, but I was like, I feel like just like drowning myself out for 2 weeks and doing just this, and I hyperfixated on that for 2 weeks, and then I got burned out.
Yeah.
And then after that, like literally, like I think I got all the way up to the mini tournament thing with I forgot which the first like participant.
You mean like
of
the
that
trading,
was, but, like,
the trading segment?
No.
Oh wait. Yeah, the thing with Emma. Right.
Yeah. I forgot. Like, I think I did like a bit of that, and then I was like, okay, well, I had to leave for 7 days, and then I did leave for 7 days. And when I came back, I was super burned out on like honestly doing anything. I was going to say that originally game development was like just not my thing at the time. I was like, I kind of just want to live my life and not be at my computer screen. But honestly, at that point, I was like, I just don't want to do anything, like literally anything.
Yeah, like there was just a couple of months that was like so incredibly slow because we were also at the same time waiting for Gen 8 to come out, which was also like a reason that stuff took like a long time to get going. But like there was just like burnout from both, like especially since V11 and V12 were so shortly released after each other, because there was literally like just like 6 months between these two.
Yeah.
I think everyone was just kind of tired, and we had like a long period of not doing much. Like there was some progress, but there was just like a lot of nothing as well.
See, and like it was V12 was really weird because like it was going really smoothly, and then I got to the pyramid, and like that place was just so much work, and I was like there for like 2 to 3 weeks, just like constantly. Yeah, I did. I was like malding in Zumi's DM. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
You were struggling so hard on that puzzle to get it to work, and then it still broke like 500 times after release. And it was I felt so bad.
And then like that puzzle itself was like a pain in the ass, of course. But like just doing all the segments out, it was like one huge thing after the other. Like after the puzzle was like that fight with Alan and the mech thingy.
Oh, right.
Actually, that part was fun, honestly. That was fun.
The thing with Amanda and Alan both.
Yeah. Like, I was like, you know what? I want to have fun right now. This puzzle took 5 years out of my life. I'm putting this here, and everyone will like it. I don't care if you say you don't like it. You like it. I have officially put that out there.
You will like this puzzle.
You will like this.
Will and shall.
And then after that fight,
you get stuck there.
After that fight, we had to do like the Gauntlet battle with the Blade Star stuff.
Yeah.
This is kind of like before V13, but it's relevant because, like, okay, that whole Gauntlet thing was like doing that scene with the mech Rayquaza coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
And like obliterating everyone. That took like a week to do because I had to get the timing just right. I had to get the music in like the right moment. I had to get the visuals correct. And like besides that, like that scene was hell to do because it was at the end of the Gauntlet, and at this time I was not very savvy with the label, so I could not just jump all the way to that segment. So I had to go through every single Gauntlet while skipping them, obviously, but it was a lot of text. And doing that over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my mind a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just laughing because I saw Amro's message, like the absolute ballsack message in V12.
Oh my goodness. That's Sardine's fault.
That's Sardine's fault.
I told him to remove that, and he forgot.
Wasn't it like in beta? I think it was in beta.
It was. It was a print. It was a print to make sure like a crest was working correctly.
It wasn't like that, wasn't it like Aeronite Wall that was supposed to be working correctly?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it was Aeronite Wall. But they made it into beta, and it kind of like leaked over to. Well, it wasn't really leaked, but like after V12 came out, it definitely made rounds about that error message.
I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I mean, it's funny to look at. It's funny in retrospect, but in the moment, I was like, I am changing my name, and I'm moving to New Jersey, and I'm deleting everyone off Discord. I'm deleting my profile. I'm like changing my hair color. I'm not associated with this game.
I do not perceive. I didn't wish to be perceived.
I wish to not be perceived. I wish to be forgotten. My legacy has come towards an absolute ballsack, and I was just like, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, but at least like that whole Gauntlet scene, at least it brought like knife core slush, so like it was worth it. Oh.
Okay, you say New Jersey, but that's exactly why I would go there, because nobody would look for me there. You know?
True.
They'd be like, he wouldn't go to New Jersey. What the hell? That place is gross. Oh my gosh! And then the pyramid, like the actual top of the pyramid. You know?
Yeah.
Like that. There's like 10 events, like 10 pages of events on that pyramid, and it's still like is like taped together with duct tape.
But actually, hey, it works.
Thinking about it, like that event was what made me like so burned out thinking about it, because that took actually a month to do, to make sure it all worked correctly. Yeah, and even like, then, of course, a couple bugs went through.
Yeah, but like that one is like one of the least buggy places from week 12, I believe. It's like one or two things. Like it like compared to like the rest of the pyramid, that place was like almost flawlessly like on the technical side at least things. There were like, I think literally
the only bug there was if you lost, you like turn invisible, like the classic bug. The bug I love so much.
But yeah, like after V12, just stuff kind of just like fell quiet. Then when like around Gen 8, I think you started on like the first segment of the game with the trading arc.
Yeah. So, see, that didn't help either, because like it's a lot of exposition. I'm aware it's a lot of talking. The game kind of needed that at that point. But trust me, it was like a lot of people don't really like text dumps, and trust me, I don't like working on them either. I tried to compact it as much as I could, but just doing that segment after the pyramid again was a lot. It was just like absolute tedium for me. I think I did the whole talk with Alexandra in her room for like a few days, and then it took like a month later to get to like literally the next scene in that sequence.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was not good.
Yeah. And then you like start, I think the first route you did was Diamond, the Diamond route with Aaron and Cannon. But
yeah,
then...
but before I get to that though, there's actually, okay, so this is like lack of poor planning on my side, is that the final scene I did for the training arc is actually a lost scene now, because when I came back to it after so many months, I totally forgot I worked in that scene. So like I was like, okay. Actually, I didn't remember this until someone said they walked into Cassandra's office and like a cutscene started playing for them. I was like, wait, what? Like, how is this happening?
I see. I don't think I've actually ever seen that cutscene.
No, you were really busy during the alpha and beta.
Like alpha, beta was like super busy period. Sorry, like a busy period for me, and I literally like started testing like around 1.5 week before like final release. I rushed through the game like from start to finish. But it was.
So you guys know that. You guys know that scene where like it's like Madalis and Cassandra on the boat, and they're like dumping this huge container. Well, basically, there are 4 of them. You can see that right now. Yeah. I think that's stated in like a text document later in the game, but
yeah, it's
the scene. Yeah, so the scene was like another one of that, but they were dumping another container in a different section of the world.
I see.
It's not too important to know, because you already know that there are 4 containers existing when you get to the Nightmare School. So I was like, okay, it's a loss, but it's not that big of a loss, because the information is still present for the player to pick up on. But yeah, that's a lost scene, and because my dumbass couldn't remember to write a note and saying I left off here. But it happens, you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when I started to get
to the roots.
I started on the diamond path. And before I got to that, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with these paths. I didn't know how long I wanted them to be, how involved. And because of that, diamond path became a little bit of like a hodgepodge of like
problem child
nothingness. Yeah, it's like the first the very first iteration of Diamond Path is very similar to the one we have now. The one that's in release is just like a really fleshed out version of it. But basically, you have Aaron and Canon like walking around the manor, but the manor was only like 4 rooms, right?
Yeah.
And like instead of like Alexander and Damien being captured in ice, like a few scenes later, like the first thing that happens was that. And I got a few complaints about that in dev in the
like internal testing.
Internal, that's the word. I couldn't think about it. Like Diamond Path was just really, really not good. It was. I wouldn't say it's not good. It was just like compared to everything else, it was really lackluster and really quick. It was. I remember the variable for the story getting up to only 30, or around that number, and then Pro Route ended around. I think the literal number is 50, but it was really short and not that great to play through.
Yeah, like that. Like if I I didn't play through the mansion or the manor when it was during internal testing, but like just based on feedback that I saw, I think that the version that is in the actual release of the game is like it's good, but I still think like if you can it's also one of the reasons why we decided with instead of having like the option to choose
a path, yeah,
Pearl and Diamond, you have to do Diamond first because there was like it's like it's still good and it's an enjoyable route, but it's just
like, not comparable.
It pales kind of next to the Pearl route. So if you like, play Pearl first and then play Diamond, and Diamond looks like lackluster in comparison.
Yeah, exactly. Like a ton of people were like, I kind of regret like playing Pearl route first because like Diamond route is not as like it's not as grandiose and cool. Like it is cool, like haha ice pun, cool ice, whatever. But it just felt like you were kind of going backwards a bit, you know?
Sorry about
so people were like, okay, well, I was like, all right, since that's like the common consensus towards Diamond Route, I'm like, let's make people play this first.
Yeah.
So like there's a progression of like Diamond Route was great, but Pro Route was even better. And then et cetera, et cetera. Obviously,
that's just like blows everything out of the water.
It's like that's like totally subjective, but that was just like the planning behind that. I know I said in a dev post before that you'd be able to choose, but at the end of the day, we decided this was the right decision.
Yeah, it was a last minute decision. So like, it's not like that we came back on like that choice like right after writing that post or anything. It was a very like late into development choice, but it was better for the like just in the long run as a whole.
I think it's so late that I did that the day before release.
Oh, it was a little bit sooner. I think it was a little bit sooner. It? Yeah, because I don't think I was able to choose when I was playing. So.
Oh no! This is after you played.
No. I genuinely remember like seeing like the two.
Oh well, you have a better memory in this sense because like time is unreal
it's a social
for
construct.
Me right now.
It's fun. Yeah, but I do remember that I just played Diamond.
Oh yeah, Dark Sakai. I actually completely remade Diamond Route again in the span of a week.
And I love all the extra stuff that you added in it. It was like the fucking maid dancing was just
the Charleston. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I did that. I was just like, I woke up dead in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. I'm like, I must make a maid do or a servant do the Charleston in a black and white room. I was like, yes, this is what has to happen. A lot of people ask me why I do the things I do, and I don't really have an answer for them other than I am the way I am. That's all the explanation I can give.
There's just a lot of like moments in it that just have you like scratching your head, but then like if you hear why they've been made, it like also just like makes like, oh yeah, okay, that explains. Like there's no real reason for them to be there, but they're in there because it can be, and they will be.
Yeah, they're just chilling. Like a Shelder on the table.
Or
don't
Bonita.
Ask me why I put Bonita's great.
Bonita's
yeah,
funny.
don't ask me why I put a Shelder on the table. I was like, what if I put a freaking clam on the table right now? No one can stop me. I'm going to put a clam on the table, and it would live there, and it did. And he loves it there.
It's gonna sit there. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But,
and then the servants are like climbing on top of each other to get a slice of cake.
The cake.
That's on the top of the of the bookshelf.
God. Or the
one
maid
that's
that
learning
wants
how to
pick
make
up. Yeah, I was about to
the
mention
pipe bomb. Yeah, the one that's just reading a book of how to make explosives. I'm just like,
I have like a bunch of free
sometimes I
time
look
now,
back on my
so I'm
work.
gonna learn how to make pipe bombs.
I mean, what else is there to do when you have nothing else to do? She's just learning how to make a pipe bomb. Like,
yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
You guys don't do that? Am I weird? But yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
so. Sorry.
I was gonna say I think the only thing that didn't change about wait, Edge. I mean, I look up pipe bombs in Minecraft, right? In Minecraft. Nowhere else.
Always on Minecraft.
Yes, in Minecraft and
or
Roblox.
How to write it for Scrabble. Something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, the only time I think, or the only part of the diamond route that didn't change at all was the underground part with Patty.
Yeah.
And yeah, that part was actually really well liked.
Like, another thing to note about the diamond route as well is that it actually affected how it was displayed in the teaser trailer as well that I made. Like, I've made so many revisions to the fucking teaser.
Oh yeah,
and
I felt bad about that.
I had to redraw the matter. I was dying on the inside because I decided, like, oh, I'm gonna do a fisheye perspective in the house now. And then I suffered because I had to draw the whole thing, and it was a mistake. But it does look a lot better. So.
It does, but I felt so bad because I completely remade that route. I was supposed to be taking a break, first of all.
True.
During that week. And
Yeah.
I was being so sneaky. I was like, Zumi, you know, during this vacation, I'm just gonna like practice spriting, you know? How does this look? And I like gave her like a sprite of like the top of the building you can walk on, and
right,
Jimmy was like, "Oh wow,
you were practicing a roof." I saw you were like trying to make a building.
Yes, I was completely not on vacation.
Like I was,
I was getting ready.
A little suspicious, like, why are you spriting during your vacation? But then you like showed off the whole new read-up area. I was like, God damn it!
I was like, Zumi, can you like, I don't know, give me a pointer? Does this look good to you? I don't know, I'm just trying things out. And then you're like, oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm like, oh, great. And then like a day later, I'm like, hey guys, here's the entire place remade. Just saying.
And then I realized I had to update the teaser for it.
Yeah. Actually, I was the one. I was like, wait. When I posted that picture, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is not gonna match up with the teaser. But I really didn't want to tell you about. I was like, I'm gonna let this sit for like a week.
Yeah, don't
before
worry
I tell you about it.
Like, I would have ended up updating it regardless because I'm a clown like that. But like, still.
And then like really nonchalantly, like we were just talking about something, and then I was like, oh yeah, by the way,
yeah.
don't mean to put a damper in your day, but you might need to redo this part for the teaser. And you were like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But then you did it really fast though.
Yeah, but I did like fucking procrastinate on it for like several days because I was like, I have the line art done, but I do not feel like continuing on this right now. And then I just colored the whole thing in like one afternoon. Like,
yeah,
whatever.
I can't really blame you for that. That's a lot of work. And I still feel kind of bad, even though it was for the better. Bad. Yeah, I know.
Like in the end, like all the effort was worth it. Like I would have made myself suffer anyways because I already had like suffered for that fucking teaser because like it wasn't even like it was kind of like half my fault, but also like just fucking After Effects and Premiere just not cooperating with me. Like, oh
yeah, you had a few bugs with that.
I also had like a fucking like half a mental breakdown because like I kept like finding glitches in like some renders, and I was like just like spamming the emote that I have of Phoenix Wright holding his head in his hands, just like
oh, the despair emoji that you use often.
Yeah.
I felt really bad because like those render glitches were uncontrolled. Like it wasn't your work. It was literally just like a side effect of rendering. Yeah. That was unfortunate.
Excuse me. Sorry. But
fine.
But in the end, like I worked like a month total on that teaser, I think, because it started out like relatively like small as just like a short teaser idea. It was gonna be shorter than it actually ended up being, but I wanted to make it like entirely from scratch, and it was like really, like it was done for like a year before it finally got posted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, done in the sense of like it was complete in a sense that I can still make small edits to it and not have to worry about like having to edit the whole thing still.
Yeah, and it's
I kept like
speaking about things. Speaking of like a year sitting on the teaser, I remember when you started working on the character art,
right?
And like halfway through it, you were like, "Man, I don't know if I'm gonna get this done before release." And I'm sitting here like, Zumi.
I'm a liar. I'm a filthy liar to both myself and everyone else around me.
This was like August. I'm like, Zumi, I think you'll be done by the time it releases. You're like, no, do you have any idea how many pieces of art I have to draw? I'm like, Zumi, you will be done. You will be done before release. I can promise you this. But you just didn't believe me for like a solid month. And I was like, Zumi, you will be done before the release. I promise you.
I was hyper focused on the art for like several months, and then I was done, and I drew like 100 plus characters. It was like looking back at it, I feel like I'm actually kind of like nuts.
Cracked right now.
I don't know what happened.
I did not ask for that, by the way.
But I was done. I woke up in a pile of drawings.
Yeah, like I did not ask her to draw official character
it was
art.
entirely my idea.
Yeah, Zumi brought up the idea. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like every few versions, we can come out with like a few batches catch up after like, because I think like version 14 is gonna take a little while. Probably not as long as version 13, hopefully, but it's gonna take a little time. I was like, okay, during 14, we'll like draw all the art for everyone who doesn't have one. Yeah. But like literally halfway through 13, she's like almost done. I'm like, wait, how? Am I just slow? Spoilers, I was, but like still.
No, it's just like
I was crazy.
Cranked them out like hell. Like it's when like I'm gonna draw like 10 of these in one batch every time, and I'm just gonna post them when they're done.
And this was every 2 weeks or something like that. It was. Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do in quarantine, right? There's literally nothing else to do.
Yeah. Like I had my whole summer was just like free because the flower parade in my town wasn't happening that year, so I just had like a whole like several months of nothing, and I just decided I'm just gonna do stuff for Rejuvenate case, and that's what I did. Like pretty much all the artwork that I did for V13, including the teaser and the character drawings and all the like extra art.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good segue because another fun thing happened that we all know of.
Yeah.
In 2020, we all got hit by a nasty thing called COVID-19. Yay! And guess who got COVID-19? Yay! I got COVID, like literally, because I live in New York City. So, and that was like the epicenter of the virus at the time. Yeah. Like, if you lived in New York City, you got sick. Like, it's unavoidable.
It was like Jan was genuinely like sick for like. You were sick for like a whole week, like seriously sick, and then you had like another month of like just afterwards that you had problems, right?
So like actually I got sick for a day, like seriously sick for a day, right?
Yeah.
And at the end, and I made the bad decision to eat Chipotle on the day I was majorly sick. But anyway, I got really sick, and then I took a nap.
But Chipotle.
Listen. I was sick, but I was hungry. Nothing will stop me from eating. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I got really sick for a day. I took a nap, ate Chipotle, I puked. And after that, I was like, I'm ready. I'm fine. I'm cool. But then I still obviously was not better, like completely better. No, I just didn't have that like fever. Right? Oh yeah, I had. So the devastating part of COVID to me was like this was not me being sick, because I honestly wasn't that sick. Nobody in my family was that sick. We had like a fever. We had mild symptoms. I should just say that.
Yeah.
But everything that came after that was when the hell actually began. because by 9 p.m. I was out for the night, and I would wake up at like 10 p.m. the next day. Like I would have days where I just don't do anything, and that really affected development cycle quite a bit.
Yeah, like
for like 3 months I was doing nothing. I was like, I literally cannot.
It was
like I would walk down the stairs. Yeah, I would walk down the stairs because I live in an apartment building. I would walk down 2 flights of stairs and be like, I'm done for this entire week. I cannot move.
Yeah, like that really did like put a number on just how you were able to function for like a good long time, and that's also like another thing that just caused like a lot of delays in stuff. Like I think it was around the time that Gen 8 finished, or Gen 8 implementation finished. Was it like or was it during still?
I don't remember. Okay, Gen 8 being implemented is a complete blur in my mind. It happened very early on. It was not very organized, and
no.
I think everybody during that time was just like, we don't like things are shit.
Yeah, like I think it was like during the start of the pandemic when Gen 8 stuff was being implemented, because we first like played through Sword and Shield, of course, and then we finally started on it. But like even then, like after we started on it, it just went like super slow, because I still like very distinctly remember making updates about it on the devlog that I was working on Gen 8 sprites, and that it was making progress, but there still had to be like actual technical implementation, because like on the sprite side things went pretty okay, but then technical stuff just like took longer.
Yeah,
but
I actually have to thank you for that. I have to thank you for that, because you really like took over the dev post while I was just dying in my apartment.
Like I don't mind being like the face of the devlog whenever like you cannot like post an update or something, because I always have like something that I can talk about.
Yeah.
Just keeping people like in the loop and not have like complete radio silence on the blog. So
time to hydrate.
True, I need to drink. There we go.
There.
I have drank water. Water.
Same. I'm hydrated.
Gen 8 was a mistake until you realize you can use your favorite Gen 8 Pokemon, Flapple in my case. For me, it's Grimmsnarl.
Oh my god, we're so dumb. We didn't talk about when we started, like, conceptualizing avian forms.
Right, like really important. We should talk about that. It was definitely just like, hey, we should add these.
Yeah, literally, it was no meeting. I was just talking in my... Because in the Discord, I have, like, my own channel to just throw out whatever I'm working on. I'm like, what if, though? Like, what if? You know, what if?
I think the first two ones that were conceptualized were Chandelure and Ampharos, I believe.
Yeah, because I can't talk about why I thought of we thought of Litwick and the Chandelure line first, because that's 13.5 content.
Oh yeah, right.
I can't talk about exactly why we thought of that line first, but just know that's for a side quest, and because that side quest didn't get included in the release build, that's why you can find it in Saki's gym.
Yeah.
Just in the grass. I probably will not move it after the intended location is brought out.
Yeah, because
why
not
not?
even in the side quests, so you could miss it otherwise. It's better to have it like in main story areas, like all of the like there's a couple of mons that will probably be like limited to side quest areas, just like how Lapras is kind of out of the way to get. But
alright, Alex, Miss Magius was the one Zumi first threw out.
Right. Miss Magius and Miss Revis were the first ones, right?
But I was talking to you in DMs about, like, when we were talking about this, it was Litwick that we conceptualized first.
Yeah, like
but we didn't have like a drawing for it.
Yeah, like the concept art wise, Miss Revis and Miss Vegas were the first ones to get it, and that's what kind of like kickstarted like making a whole separate channel for it, because we have like on the Discord for the devs, we have like a separate channel for the custom mons now.
Yeah.
And that like those concept drawings that I did just as like an idea to explore is what kind of like really got things going, and then we just like came up with a couple of different lines, like the like of course we have the Mylock line. That one was added last, I believe.
That was one of the later ones.
Yeah.
And to answer your question in the chat, yes, we are already talking about adding more.
Yeah.
We have a few ideas.
We have like some other ideas listed. that we might add in, but they need like some more extra fleshing out and like making sure that they're not absolutely batshit broken. Because some ideas that have been like thrown around just would make like are kind of crazy. Just like how like I think like one of the ideas like is just like already kind of crazy that is in the game actually is Parasect.
Parasect, yeah, I was gonna say.
Like people have
Parasect is a little cracked.
Yeah, it's a little cracked, that idea. But it's a funny mon. Like you wouldn't. It's kind of out of the way to get, but you get rewarded for it. That's the thing.
Yeah, Parasect is. I don't feel too bad about Parasect being a little cracked because the way you get Parasect is like a whole process. Like you have to find Paras first of all, and then you have to
magma drift and rock climb. So
you need to get at least 10k or 15k red essence, and then you need to find Beldum. But then you need to catch Beldum because, you know, Beldum likes to kill itself with takedown and all that. And with the shields and all that, you have to get Beldum down to 25% HP. It's a hassle. Beldum is a lot harder to catch this version. Maybe a little too difficult. I'll have to look at that again.
I think that one thing that we might actually have to look into for 13.5 maybe is that Den Pokemon always survive on 1 HP at some point, just because, especially if you're like going up against a shiny and you really want to catch it, if you hit it too hard, it dies, and it just sucks, because sometimes you have like the Pokemon on your team are just too strong to deal with the ones that are in the dens.
I feel like there's a little fun in the risk factor though.
I get that, but like if your team is overleveled to hell and back and you want to like catch a Pokemon, it sucks if you don't have a Pokemon with False Swipe on your team.
Well, maybe you should just get a better team.
That's just mean. It's rude. Like, what if you find a
shiny
by chance?
I'm very rude. Well, to be fair, the shiny like it's not that big of a loss.
I know.
The shiny
like if you
for dens
it's almost guaranteed.
Air increased, yeah.
Yeah. Hell. Right.
Yes, I tell everyone.
Sheer shinies and use explosion. Like I've seen, I watched Sheer who was in chat, and a couple of my other friends do some of the dens, and then they would have the shiny, and the shiny would use explosion, and they just die. It's so sad to watch.
And also Dunsparce like digging itself into its grave, literally.
Yeah.
Like Dunsparce digs into the field, but if you like dive or dig or whatever into the field, like it kills you.
Yeah.
Like you straight up die, you come back up a skeleton.
It is just a sad thing. Like why are you going back there? Stop. But right, more avian forms. I think like we have right, Palisade was like based on Mount Valor and like all Valor, or like the different moods that mountain has.
I think
those were really fun to design.
Yeah, I think A3 thought of that one. I was really a fan of it.
Yeah, like I had to like come up with some content. I think that was like one of the last things I for like before I designed did the thing for A Milotic. I think Palisade was the last one that I did. Palisade and Sandygast. But then I was like, how am I gonna like make these forms look interesting differently? Then I was like, okay, so I'm gonna base the neutral form on like the interior of Mount Valor, because like there's like all those ruins and stuff, and it was like really easy to like just take those elements and like maybe like a blue and an orange crystal like in the little towers that are floating next to it for because they refer to the calm and the active moods of the mountain. But then I was like, how am I gonna do the ones for the active and the calm ones? And then I decided like maybe I should go for an igloo for the calm one, and then just ended up with a scarf around it. It was like it's so silly. Like and the active one actually, like, I'll be completely honest. It fucking took inspiration from the Nether Fortress in Minecraft.
I pointed that out actually. I'm like, this thing looks like it belongs in the freaking Nether.
Yeah, like that's literally what I thought of. I was like, I did not know what else to think of, so I just went with that.
I mean, it's perfect though.
It works for it. So like, hey, if it works, it works.
Also, when was Rose Raid made? That was an earlier one.
Right, that was an early one. I think it was just like randomly conceptualized, like in the middle. Like I want a Budo, but what if it was like in the fucking desert and just like dried out and crunchy? And then I came up with like the and then I came up with like the desert rose crystals. You know those, right?
Yeah.
And that's where like the pieces fell in place.
Okay, but
wow,
originally
I was punching people to death with those things.
Originally, I was thinking Rosary to be like what's the like a French swordsman, like the female swordsman.
But like they had it for another game already.
Yeah, they had that for Phoenix Rising, I think.
Right.
Because Adrian showed me, I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's a design that makes sense, you know? It works so well. I was like, damn it. Can't do that now.
Yeah. But then we came up with that one for the Badlands. Like we kind of have, like, all of the mons that were, like, given avian forms were mostly designed to fit with... sorry. To fit with environments in the game. Especially since, like, there's a whole calamity that happened in the game, of course. So how would it affect the Pokemon who lived in those regions? And how would they adapt to survive? That's, like, how, Misdreavus, like, learned to survive in the swamplands and adapted his form to like, handle it better. Or how, Budo, just, like, barely survived, but, like, managed to survive somehow by hiding itself all the time, but, like, became, like, a little bit dried out and, like...
crusty.
Yeah,
crunchy.
like, it was very much, prey to, like, more the stronger Pokemon that, like, were in that area.
Yeah, Lapras did
like,
just become rock.
Yeah, and then, like, it adapted to the harsh environments as it evolves, and then it became like its Roserade form would just then become more of a predator. That's like the whole jig of it. Like there's Pokédex entries that we wrote for them, but they're not in the game because the Pokédex is stinky. It does not want to cooperate.
And actually, Lapras is another Pokemon that was a direct response to the calamity that happened, because the idea I had for Lapras was like, what if, like, you know how the land separated and all that jazz, what if, like, a crevice opened up and a Lapras fell through the cave or into the cave, and, like, over time it just got, like, captured and trapped by crystals, like, what would the crystal change up Lapras or whatever? Yeah,
I think, like, the Dex entry says that it was actually like a normal Lapras fossilized somewhere in the cave.
Yeah.
But because of the changes to Amethyst Cave and the crystals, like, radiating a strange energy, it changed its form. And that's how it, like, got the crystals from its back and on its head and everything, so...
I like the Alola Pokédex. I thought the Alolan Pokédex is one of my favorites because the entries are so fucking funny.
Yeah, right, like...
I like...
some of them
and really I love how every Pokemon is just out for blood in Alola. And I really vibe with that. Like, Palossand is like, okay, you wanted to have a nice beach day with your family? Okay, well, enjoy having no soul after I eat it. It's just stuff like that. It's really funny to me.
Yeah. Like, it is very funny. But I do also, like, just have, like, I feel like you, especially with, like, if you're making your own regional forms, it's very nice to have it, like, tie into as of why they exist. Like, there's also, like, the thing of, like, I'm gonna make one for the sake of it existing, but, like, to have it really tie in with the narrative of the game, it makes more sense to have it actually tie in with the environments and its storytelling and everything, and that's also why we felt like avian forms could actually work in this game, because there's a lot of reasons as of why it could work. Like, narratively, it fits. That there are Pokemon that just, like, changed because after the calamity, like, the environment's changed.
Changed like crazy, like...
Yeah.
It's said in the... I wonder if we could do something... Well, I'm not gonna, like, give specifics, but... I wonder if we could do something with Crystalline, because originally Crystalline was a frosty area before it got torn apart.
Yeah.
And that's why Neverwinter was actually a summer area. That's why it's called Neverwinter. But irony loves to rear its head and bring in a nice blizzard for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah, they are like complete opposites. Actually, speaking of Neverwinter, that's actually where the Emperor's line kind of came from. Like, the idea came from, like, what if we have a Mareep line that doesn't lose its wool and, like, gradually becomes darker when you have, like, the evolved forms. But I thought it was, like, I thought it just would be cute as well, because Emperor's my favorite line, and I was just really wanted the line for that, but I felt like it would be cool to have, like, that tied into it. Just, like, have, like, like something really, like, it's kind of a wholesome line, really, like, even with the dex entries. So...
Cute and fluffy. And yeah, Price does live in Neverwinter at the moment. Other forms that we make.
Yeah, it is from the article reason. Of the region. That's where Neverwinter is, so...
Trying to think of another interesting one we had. Did we talk about all of them? I feel like I'm missing one.
Let me check.
Mismagius.
Mismagius we talked about.
Yeah, I'm just like going through the names, I guess. Sandy Gas. Oh, Toxtricity.
Right, Toxtricity. We kind of came up with the idea for Amber, right?
Yeah, Amber was the first thought. I know everyone's gonna say, but what about Venom? But I felt like that was too easy. That's like really too easy, and I didn't want to give up the snake, you know? Seviper's been there day one. I cannot get rid of Seviper.
Yeah. But it is, with Toxtricity, like, especially since it kind of, like, fits with Venom and Amber being, like, musicians. It does make sense for Amber to also have one. But, like, then we realized, like, hey, but, like, what if we gave it, like, fire type then? Because, like, it makes sense. Like, and that's also the abilities that it has, Galvanize, Solid Rock, and Heart Rock, or what's that? Solid Rock and, Punk Rock still. I think it's, like, the normal ability that, fucking Toxtricity has.
I like how the abilities don't really make sense, like solid rock, but come on, you know,
it's just fun. It's fun. Who cares?
Oh yeah, it has solid rock because of the pun. That's literally it.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely no sense. But
it makes no sense. But who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a fan game. We can do whatever the fuck we want. I don't care.
And well, Zumi came up with a concept for Masharna, but I wanted Masharna to be a thing. Because of whatever happened.
It makes sense for, like, especially since with the Platinum Road and everything.
All those Muna in the lab and all that, they get corrupted by getting dragged in. So technically we saw the witness of a new species being born.
Yep.
What doesn't this game do, right?
True. Do we have anything to say about the Pearl and Platinum routes in specific?
Pearl route was interesting for me because I had a lot of trouble with Pearl route. Getting everything just right. I think
right. You had like the first part of the third layer, like the outdoors area, you had like no trouble with that at all, but like getting the interiors right and like what you wanted to tell there was where it started getting like a little hard for you, right?
Third layer was so easy when it's like in the cave area. We can just say outside area, so whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like that part was so easy for me. I was like, okay, yeah, friends separated, find each other. Where's Venom? Cool plot. But then once we get to like the third HQ, that's when things started getting a little difficult for me because I really wanted to nail that area on the first try, and I just really wanted to get it right. So I said, you know what? I'm not feeling this right now. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna go work on something else and come back to it later. And I'm really glad I did that because I think third HQ came out really...
Yeah, like it really captures the sterile feeling that it has, that it should have, especially considering it was like a hyper modern research facility. But it was like, it's kind of like, it really felt too sterile for all of the things that happened there. But that's what makes it so harrowing. That's what I feel like that really like worked out really well.
Also, yes, this stream is full of spoilers, so be careful about that.
There's a spoiler warning in the title. Please. We said there was gonna be spoilers.
Okay, but that's interesting. Emotions are for the weak in this game. The game emphasizes that. I feel like it does the opposite of that.
Yeah.
That your emotions are not weak. Actually, it makes you who you are.
Yeah, like.
And everyone who's really low of emotions are really like one-sided. Like they have really no depth going for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just interesting to read.
I feel like I think that's something that kind of like baffles me when people complain about the characters like being like we have gotten some weird complaints about characters being too how do you even like describe that, just too like they're being criticized for having emotions in a game. Like it's so weird. Like, you know that this game is like a fucking story-driven game. Like, and the characters, if you're gonna make a story-driven game, you're not gonna have the characters be two-dimensional, because it doesn't work like that. You're not gonna make a compelling narrative without them.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where like it's subjective. It's up to like your interpretation. Sometimes people take things the wrong way, or they just don't really vibe with something, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But honestly, when people come to my Tumblr asking, like, start yelling at me for a particular thing, I'm just like, wait.
Yeah.
Let's slow down here, please.
You've had like, some really wild asks.
I've had some interesting asks in the last couple months. I don't know what happened. I don't know who I pissed off. I stepped on someone's toe somewhere, clearly. Because all the guns have been pointed at me for a few months. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fucked. It's just like, y'all need to calm down. God damn. Oh my god. Like, there's.
I feel like it's a combination of like impatientness and like that very long dev time of 2 years. I get it. I totally get like waiting for something and it's just not coming out and you're just getting frustrated with things.
Yeah. I think.
Oh my god, the Gilded Arrows one. I actually got. Listen, it's funny you bring that up because that ask was the first one I saw in the morning.
Oh.
Like I woke up, I looked at Tumblr, and I saw that, and I was like, "Hell no, I'm not taking this at 7 a.m. in the morning." So I just wrote a really sarcastic, really out of the blue reply. It was like, "I made them for you, specifically you. I can't hold it back anymore. I'm in love with you." They actually after the nerf of Gilded Arrows, they actually messaged me again.
Really?
But they
I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, I didn't reply to it yet. It wasn't a bad ask. It was just like, thank you for making it less devastating. I'm probably gonna reply to it saying, I agree that Gilded Arrows was way out of line on release, right? But the way you presented that to me was really aggressive.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair response.
And I didn't even make that move, by the way. I did not make that move. But obviously, people don't know that. They just see me in the front of the game and like I do everything. Yeah,
like people really just take things at face value most of the time, which is why Jan and I tend to get the most responses and a lot of stuff, and especially Jan, because like he's the leader and everything. But I also get some really interesting people in my Twitter replies or Tumblr asks, and I'm just like, man, it is a time, but yeah, it just kind of just comes with the fact that you are like that you're like the face of the game, and
yeah, it wouldn't matter like. What doesn't matter like what happens like in the game if it's something like I don't really have a hand in balancing that much anymore. I haven't had a hand in that since like Black Steeple in the Distant Future arc, right? That's when I first gathered my team together for the first time.
Yeah.
But people still came after me and like personally insulting me for decisions that I may have signed off on, but like I did not create. But yeah, obviously no, like. You can't expect the player to know like what I do, what someone else doesn't do.
Yeah, of course. You don't have to be up to date with everything. Like just know how like who does who and everything. We're not expecting that, but it is kind of a curse when you're like the lead developer that you are expected to take responsibility for literally everything in the game.
And here's the thing: I really don't mind complaints when I get in asks, because like, as long as you're coming with me with respect, and you just have a problem with something, like that's completely. I've gotten asked in the past, or like, I don't really like this thing that you've done in the game. I'm like, okay, that's perfectly fair. Like, I agree. Like, I could have done better on this and that. And a lot of those responses really, like, all the feedback over the years really came up, and like, I was like, okay, you know what? It's quarantine right now. I've got nothing to do. Let's take the feedback that I've gotten over the years for the early game. I'm like, okay, let's apply these things and the things I thought of to make things a better and more fluid experience. And it's been like, everyone's been loving the changes in the early game
like
now.
Oh, sorry. If you have anything.
No, I was just saying, I'm really like happy about that, because I really worked hard on the early game again.
Yeah, like we constantly like look at like responses from people towards certain like areas or like fights or whatever. Like there's we're constantly like looking at feedback, and we do take criticism. Like some of the criticisms that we get, we do take seriously, because there's a lot of things that could be better, and we constantly like strive to improve with every update, and that's what it has been happening since like V6, I believe.
Yeah.
So it is. We've just been always trying to make the best out of it.
Which makes, like, I remember I got asked saying I don't take criticism, like I don't take feedback and apply it, and that was really confusing to me.
It's like the fucking complete opposite from the truth. Like, come on, have you seen like how much the game has changed since like V1, V2? Like, please.
That was just really weird to me, because I was like, wait, are you new here? Like,
yeah.
Have you been around? Like, have you seen the early game?
Oh, I'll sit a bit better in my chair. Thank you.
Oh yeah, posture check. True.
Yeah.
Ow, my back cracked. Thank you for the posture check.
Yeah, and like, like chapter 5 has definitely been like a sore point for the game for a lot of people. So I hope that the revisions for this in V13 have been alleviating a lot of the problems that people had with that chapter, because
I've been seeing a lot of positive feedback on chapter 5
there's a lot more interactivity there now. I've never had like a lot of problems with that particular area myself, but that's because I'm just like I'm a fucking sucker for story-driven games, so I don't really care how much dialogue there is in the game. But I definitely can see why that would be a problem for some other people.
Oh, yeah.
I think like the revisions did an absolutely phenomenal job at just like making that whole chapter feel more fun to play through.
Yeah, and like that's like you, I'm a sucker for like narrative games, right? Yeah. So like when I first made Black Steeple, I was like, this is like so fun to me. But at the time I wasn't really thinking about the game through a gameplay perspective, and that kind of bit me in the butt a little bit.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a problem.
I can definitely, because people the common reception on I guess technically it's the second iteration of Black Steeple, is that it's fun to go through the first time, but replaying it is a slog because it's just text.
Yeah.
You know? It's barely any gameplay. And I got that. I was like, you know what? You're totally right. I can see why this would turn off somebody from replaying the game, because this part is just story. And if you've already done it before, why read through it again unless you really just like being immersed in a world, you know?
Yeah. But
so I was like, okay, how do I implement like gameplay into this? So I got rid of the signal thingy that takes away your ability to use your Pokemon. I'm like, let's just implement Pokemon into this, you know?
Yeah.
Let's remember that this is a Pokemon game for a second.
Yeah, that was like, I think that's like genuinely just like one of the areas that has gone so much better with the update, which is just really nice. Maybe we should talk about the Platinum route still, because we kind of like segued from Pro route into Black Steeple, and then
yeah, we did. We segued. We went off. Technically, it's still relevant. Still relevant, but a little off topic. Platinum route didn't give me too much problems. It just took a long time.
I think you had you had some trouble with Lavender's Nightmare Realm, right?
No, actually, I had problems with. It wasn't her. The Nightmare Realms. No, I had problems with Saki's.
Right.
That's the one that took me some time to get through. I had problems with I'm trying to remember, but like I'm blanking right now. Oh, I lead a section of the route, like just the entirety, like the gameplay part of it.
Yeah.
Like once you get to the pyramid, I was like, what do I do next?
Yeah.
Like I know I know what I want to happen. I just don't know how to like get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let's conceptualize this Cofagrigus. You know, what if there was like Cofagrigus? Like, I was thinking of like, okay,
Gregus. He's so funny.
You know the Cofagrigus in when you get to the bottom of the labyrinth.
Yeah.
In the desert. I was like, what if we took this part of the game and just parodied it? You know, let's make fun of it.
Yeah.
Let's just, because that part is like really serious. Let's take that part and make it like dumb and stupid.
It's fucking funny. I fucking love Cofagrigus. He's so funny.
So I was like, well, all right. Let's take Cofagrigus and just name him Grigus, right? Out of like Cofagrigus, like all right, Grigus. And then like I think Azrael was like, let's name him Coffee Grigus. So we put his whole name there. I'm like, okay, Coffee Grigus. And I don't know what I was on. Like, I'm telling you right now, I take nothing. I don't drink. I don't do anything. But sometimes my brain is just like, let us make something weird as fuck.
That's fine. It's okay.
Oh, you know that meme where it's like, I'm going to make something so whatever.
Yeah.
I forgot. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to make something so weird.
Like
and everyone will love it.
It's like the same thing that happened with the Gumi quest. Because you literally like woke up one day and just screamed my name as like Gumi Village.
Literal, actually, if I could find the message for that, it's literally what happened. I woke up in the middle of the night, like 5 a.m. I'm like, I have to make this right now.
Yeah, like you literally just like messed me out of the blue with that idea, and then like the next day you were working on the map for it. 5
a.m. pouring sweat in a daze. I'm like, Gumi Village, Gumi Village, Gumi Village. And that's how Gumi was born.
It was really good. But yeah, that's like that. That's kind of the stuff like where Gragas came from as well. It's just, it's just really good.
Yeah, it's the same vein of me waking up from a fever dream at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I must express my brain right now. But other than that,
the protagonist stories and their team composition. Oh, for Platinum, the protagonist story like already was like kind of like figured out from like before. I don't know. There was like it ties in with the lore of the game, but like the teams were like a team effort to put together, I think, because we like brainstormed like headcanons, like what would this character have for a team?
I think the only thing that was like, but like I did it was I was like, I want Elaine to have a Pikachu because I think it's really funny that Elaine would have scary monsters around her, and then she just has this adorable little thing, right? Taser.
Yeah, Taser.
And I just think that like looking in my head, Elaine with a Pikachu on her like shoulder. Both are angry as hell. They love each other, but like Taser's murderous. I was like, yes, this is what I want. Yes, Taser, please. I love you. And that's how Taser came out.
I also really like how each of the protagonists like symbolize or represent a different aspect of like the character you play as. Like you have Anna, who represents mercy, and there's Avis, who is bravery, Avia, who is tranquility, I believe.
I think it's tranquility, yes.
Yeah. Ariana, who is happiness, Axel, who is chaos,
I think. Yeah.
And there's Elaine, who is wrath, and Arrow is strength.
Yes,
and it's just really cool. It's like really cool that like they're all still part of the same being, because the Interceptor is just like literally a fucking soul hotel, like it's described in the game.
Hotel, yes.
But like the player character you play as is just the one that like comes forth the most.
Yeah, because when I was making that section, I was like, okay, if you chose this player character and you like using their body for the entire game and just walking around as them, I feel like you would have a bigger connection with that protagonist. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so if you chose Avis in the beginning of the game, he will be the one to talk to you. He would come forth,
Yeah,
and introduce himself.
and this especially is his like extra like interesting if you did the personality test as well, because then it like really like reflects on you, because you made those choices during the test, and based on that test, you are the most alike to this person. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that,
I made that test in
feel like it's
preparation for
harder.
this. Actually, yeah, I made that test in preparation for version 13 a long time ago. I was like, let's get people into their
Like in their
like the
character
sorting
role.
hat.
Yeah.
Bring out the magic sorting hat. Let's see who you guys are. And I put the quiz, and I did that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Anna, because I know obviously Anna's not in this as a character in the group. Anna's not there. I will not go into why she's grouped into them right now, but she is basically like a stand-in. If none of the other players want to like approach and talk to you, Anna will be the one to be like the spokesperson for everyone. That's why she's there. The reason, that's like I guess trying to think of this a way to not like give anything away, but
Just
actually, I'll just end it
basic
there.
reasoning. It's just basic reasoning as of why that happens.
There are other reasons why she's affiliated with that group, but I'm not.
I mean,
You will
it's
not
like,
get the
it's like
secrets out of me.
Rick Crescent talks about it in her diary, like when you're going through the Nightmare Realm for the player. But it's
I don't think there is a I don't remember writing a diary.
She mentions Anna being there, but not like it used to be like that. But it's
Oh,
not
right.
the same way anymore. So Anna
But you will
was
not
part of
get
that
the
group, but
secret.
is not there anymore. And considering you can find a gravestone with her name on it somewhere,
You
it might.
can put two and two together.
Yeah.
But yeah. After that, let's see.
Anything else?
Platinum
Right.
round, platinum round.
Something funny about the Puppet Master fight, because I think like during, like I think when did we decide that like, all right, the first thing that we had with like the whole confrontation with the Land of Broken Dreams and everything, initially the idea for that fight was not that it's gonna be the Puppet Master who you're gonna confront. Instead, I think what you told me, what your idea was, that Sek was gonna go berserk, and there was gonna be like a huge fight against him instead.
Oh, that was a really old
Yeah,
idea.
it was like early concept stages, like really, really early.
This was like 2000, like early, like mid 2019.
Yeah, like I think it was like right after V12 came out.
Yeah, Sek was gonna be like this mangled creature, like Mangle from Five Nights at Freddy, like just like that, just conglomerate
Fucked
of
up.
metal
All sort of
and
fucked
like
up.
nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it definitely makes more sense contextually to have the Puppet Master be the fight there, because like it's like a culmination of everything that has happened with the whole Grand Dream City arc up in that point, and like a lot of other loose ends from like with Melia and what's going on with the archetype siblings and everything. So like especially considering the Puppet Master has been steering them into those directions the whole time, it makes sense to fight him when everything like goes to shit, because all the data get wiped.
Oh yes! Instead, you get to bonk Sek with a bat, with the electro bat.
Yeah.
That was also a conception of like me being like waking up at 3 a.m. I have a lot of 3 a.m.
Fucking
times.
like when you first told me to test, like I had no idea what I was getting into, because you wouldn't want to. You didn't
Yeah.
even tell me what the idea was. It was like, hey, can you like get the files and test this for a sec? And then I just like there was like it just like was so funny. It was super funny.
I was like, Zumi, you have to do this right now.
Yeah.
Like
Like
you need to
please
grab the
drop
file.
everything you're doing and go do this.
I was like, Zumi, please, you have to take time right now and test this out right now. It was hilarious.
It was so funny.
I was like, let's shake things up. This is a Pokemon game, but let's do something cool. Let's just do like a quick little moment thingy. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, let's beat the shit out of Sek. Let's do it.
It's what he deserves at that point for being a little shit the whole time, but you know.
all the characters are tired of being pushed around by all of these players and being used as chess pieces in a game.
Enough
Let
is
them
enough.
rage. Yes.
Oh my god.
Straight again?
There was like, and then there was like the big Puppet Master sprite. There was like some concerns at first, like when I was making that sprite, that the sprite would be too big to fit on the screen.
Oh,
like it is still too big to fit on the screen because like the actual sprite is fucking massive. Like
the big boy.
The problem is that once the event goes off the screen, the sprite goes away. So if the event went like 1 square lower, I think it would, like, the Puppet Master sprite would just disappear.
Well, we fixed that when we got rid of the lag thing, the anti-lag script.
Oh, I didn't even know that was like a thing that came across with came like along with it. That's nice.
So it will always be there. It will never pop out of existence.
Cool. Hopefully. Yeah, like genuinely, if you were standing upright, I don't think you would be able to see.
Yeah, if he was not kneeling, like he'd be a tall boy.
Longy.
Tall man.
That was like a fun sprite to make though, but it took me a longest time. Like that I think like out of any, like, I don't really touch overworld sprites, but that was the one overworld sprite that I had to make because it was just that big.
Mm-hmm.
And animating it was really fun. Animating it was fun.
Yeah, and it came out looking great.
Yeah, like I'm
even
really
more than great. Awesome.
I'm like really happy with how it looks in game. I think it really like gets the point across well enough. I think I this is maybe a thing, just like spitballing idea, but maybe like make this, you know how the sprites in Black and White too with the movie thing like go off screen a little bit, like that they're just too tall or too big to really have like a full sprite. Like what if we did that with the fucking Puppet Master? Because like right now it feels like a little like I looked back at footage and it was like, what if we it's like a really small sprite for what is supposed to be like a really fucking big ass boss. You know?
Oh, you mean like the overworld sprites?
Yeah. Like in comparison to like what is on the screen in the overworld versus what is actually in battle, I feel like there's like a weird discrepancy there. But I only noticed it like afterwards. Like even if we like did that for like the base game, I wouldn't have like realized it anyways. So.
I think it's fine as is, but it's honestly like, okay, you know how in Heart Gold Soul Silver when you like catch a legendary and it follows you and it's like really tiny? What if we caught like the Puppet Master and it's just following you like a really mini?
Yeah, it's like a tiny ass like horror jester following you around.
Walking into buildings with you, would that be crazy? God,
it's fucked up. And then the music, like all the custom music for V13. There was like, I think the first song that I composed for V13 was wasn't it Third Layer? The Third HQ, right?
I think you did Huey's realm first.
Did I? It might have been because I think we asked. I think you asked for like that song around the same time.
It's because I left Third HQ for a while to go work on platform.
Right. And then you were like, I kind of want to have this atmosphere, and then you showed me a couple of tracks, and then was like, okay, I can do that. Like I think there was like,
really well.
Yeah, I'm really happy with like the songs that I made for V13. Like there's I think I genuinely just enjoy like making atmospheric tracks or like tracks that like really like invoke a certain kind of emotion or feeling in the player. And like with the Third Layer music, there's literally the first few notes, and like throughout those whole like those two songs, like with the Third Heaven and Third HQ, you can hear the first few notes of like the main theme of Rejuvenation, like from Painful Truth. And I felt like that, like, because those those moments or those areas or those whole things with the archetype and everything, that's like super integral to the game's lore, and that's what I really wanted to convey in those songs as well. Like there's a sense of urgency in those, but it's not urgency. I think just really like to express that they're important.
It's very atmospheric.
Yeah.
And I like how, like, I came to you one day, I was like, Zumi, okay, you did the third HQ song already, right? And I'm like, I need this song, but you need to remove these certain aspects of it. And you were like, very confused. You're like, what? You want this? I'm like, yeah, just trust me.
Yeah.
And then that's how Third Heaven was like made.
Yeah, and so like,
I really wanted something airy, something like really like tense.
Yeah.
For that area.
There's like I made that, like I just like, okay, sure, I can do that. But I never really like fully knew the context where it was gonna be used in until I played it myself. Because like especially since like in the file names it was called Third Heaven, I thought it would have to do with the third layer area and it was gonna be like in the Pearl Road or something, but then it just didn't play there. But like it didn't occur to me, like, well, it did occur to me, like, hey, this didn't actually play in the area where I was expecting it to play, so where is this gonna get used? But I was kind of like, I kept that thought to myself. And then
sometimes
I got
my naming conventions with like music is not exactly one-to-one where I play them.
Yeah. But then
I named it Third Heaven because it's the third layer song, the third HQ song.
Yeah.
But it's also like the obviously what happens in the
way more like atmospheric, yeah.
Yeah, and what happens in the Nightmare Realm, they're literally all deceased.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, where do people go besides hell when they die?
Go to hell
I was
before
like,
you
heaven.
die.
I was like, heaven. So I was like, okay, it's a remix of the third layer, third HQ, and it's the afterlife, so I named it Third Heaven.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called that.
It's just, like, fucking, like, when I actually heard it in game, it just hit different. And I'm like, I've said this before to Jan, like, in the dev server, but, like, even though I'm the one who composed that song, I'm still like, just like, god damn, like, especially like everything that happens in that whole sequence, it just feels so much more harrowing with that music. It's just like, it just hits different. It's so weird.
True. Also, to answer a question that was asked a little before, the Team Zen battle music and Anna's Lament, I can't talk. They're all made by Glitch.
Yeah. And the new Gym Leader music as well, but that is actually obvious at this point because it's already on YouTube, so...
Yeah. She's gonna be uploading all of them, I think, once a week. I don't know the plan. I don't know the plan for the other ones right now. I should probably ask her about that. She did say she was gonna upload all of them. But, yeah.
And there's the fucking Puppet Master fight battle that I just like decided to make on a whim because I wanted it to be like, I didn't know what music was gonna be used for that battle, but like because it felt like it was so climactic for that whole arc, I really wanted it to have something special, and that was like, I'm gonna like take like I'm gonna fucking try. I'm gonna try to compose a song again, like with fight music, because I haven't done one in like fucking years. Because like Flora's battle theme was originally from Xenogene, which was my old fan game project that I basically canceled at this point. So I gave Jan like the permission to use the music for that I made for the game to be used in Rejuve. But that song like was really, really well received, and I was like kind of surprised by it. So I was like, what if I tried to do another one, like another song?
It's funny because I was surprised by it too. I'm like, I love this song, but I didn't think like, I did not expect the reception we got for that. Like, I was like, wow.
I was like genuinely surprised, and it made me really happy. So I was like, I'm gonna try again for V13. And then I was like, I'll make one for the Puppet Master. And now it's being really well received again. And I'm just like, okay.
When we were talking about it, we were like, let's
really
put like,
God,
delete motive
Alice!
and all that.
Hi, Alice. She's raiding with.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hi, Alice. Hello. Sorry, I'm
Raid.
Hi, we're talking about the video games, Rejuvenation V13.
Yes.
Lots of spoilers. Well, kind of. Yes, there are spoilers. But hello. This stream will be archived. Yes. I'm recording the whole thing, and I'm gonna upload it to YouTube afterwards. So it will be up on YouTube later tonight. So you can always watch it back and like find stuff if you want to see things. It's okay, Alice. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you jumping in. I hope you had a good stream, by the way, because you were streaming Genshin, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to drink.
That's actually.
I'm almost out of water. I need to refill my bottle, I think. Above it. We have like.
Well,
we should probably
don't have much left.
Yeah, I think we should probably like do a Q&A bit a little bit. I'm gonna grab some water and then I'll be we should probably be fine to answer some questions.
Okay.
So
I'm also gonna go get some water.
Yo, I'll be back in a sec.
Small intermission.
Yeah. Yeah. I've returned. Hello. Return of Zumi. Waiting for Jan to be back. Also, I want to like take this moment really quick to thank you for all the people who followed and subscribed during this whole Q&A. This isn't really like a genuine, like, serious game stream that I would normally do, but I appreciate it. I really do. You're on V17. Jesus Christ, cat. I mean, like, the sink is like literally right outside my door, so I can just like get up, open my door, and get water. Fine. Yeah, like I'm doing good. I had a long day today. I flipped from my alarm. I had to be somewhere at like, well, not really had to be, but wanted to be somewhere at like 9:30, and my mom woke me up at 9:45. Like, hey, don't you have to be here? Like, don't you have to go there? She's like, fuck. It feels fucking bad. But then I had like a long day. I got home at like 6:15 something, because I had to pick up food as well. And then like after I got home and ate, I felt like super tired until I started streaming.
I see you've made it back before me.
Hello, yeah, like the sink is literally outside my door, Jan.
Oh, is it? I did not know.
But yeah, I was talking about how my day was. But, we should be able to do a little bit of Q&A session. If you guys have any questions, then feel free to ask them.
Sure. We will answer with discretion.
Yeah. Can't guarantee that we'll be able to answer everything, because of course there's like fucking some stuff that might be answered later, but yeah. Excuse me. Not really a question, but I just wanted to say all the early game overhauls were insanely good. Like, it's practically unrecognizable from the past versions. That is like entirely on Jan, basically.
Thank you.
Jan did like a really, really good job at all the early game overhauls.
I worked really hard on that while I was dying during quarantine.
I think this one is for you, Jan. Like, if you can you maybe talk about Eden, or are you just gonna keep your mouth shut about that, or keep it a quiet, a secret? Secret.
Where is that question? I want to
it's from Siri.
Oh. Do I want to talk about Eden? No. I think I will keep him under wraps for now.
Yeah, that's fair.
They are they, them.
Yeah.
Can we see more cutscene of Patty? Patty will show up when you least expect it.
She's just vibing.
That is my answer. Yeah, she's vibing.
Anything you all want to say about chapter 3? Well, first of all, I just really like the revisions done in that chapter, and Marionette is just so much lovable. So much more lovable now, because she feels like she got more time to talk and just like
Yeah, she
really,
talks a lot.
she shines more now, and she's my daughter now. I've adopted her. Fuck off, fetus, my daughter now.
Who wrote the story? I did.
Jan writes pretty much everything.
Truck Guy quest when... You know, it's funny you bring that up because Truck Guy... I was actually going to give him a quest for quite a few versions now, but I just never got around to it. Maybe in the future, though.
Perhaps.
Will we be able to enter the house before the pyramid? Okay, yeah, that house. Yes, you will be able to enter that house eventually.
Eventually, TM. What was
I thought you were talking about the house inside the pyramid. Sorry.
What was the thought when removing scenes like Zeta showing the look similar to Melia or Alice crying before the soda fight in V13?
What was the thought? I think those scenes were just like casualties along the way of like trying to compact things a little more, because I felt like those versions in particular had a lot of like
padding.
Empty spaces. Yeah, a lot of padding. I was like, okay, something has to like be cut down a little bit because it's just a lot of talking in this area. So I was like, okay.
Besides the Zeta thing with the hair, like normally, like initially it was explained that his hair was braided up to have like this spikes and everything, but he is a failed clone of Melia, so like it is. It kind of makes sense for him to not be exactly 100% alike. Like he's similar, but not like not perfect. So that's like one thing that doesn't matter that it's gone really.
How did you guys? Okay. How do you guys create the character's personality? Is it by random or by choice, or chosen? Honestly, their personalities just kind of made their personalities, if that make any sense. Like I sprited them, so they came up with their artwork, and then just the way they
were drawn.
Yeah. Elaine was always like kind of like on the meaner side. Always.
I mean, like if you compare her old design to the newest one, it's just
her old design?
There is a difference because she looks a lot like they look a lot friendlier in their old design. But
Elaine didn't have a personality before.
No, like I would just say that like the newer design is just, I don't know, it's better in comparison because there's like a more healthy balance just between the types of people that they are.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna add Green Ninja? No. We've answered this question so many times before. We're not adding Ash Green Ninja.
The reason I should probably give our reason for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a fan game and we can put whatever we want in it. But it just feels weird to use Ash Green, like just from a gameplay perspective. I'm sure it's fine. But for like a story, like just like lore in game, like why would we have a Greninja that's owned by Ash and that whole thing is just very strange. I don't really understand it, why it exists. It's a cool anime thing. I think it only exists in the game as an anime kind of promo.
Yeah. This is probably a really dumb question, but do you ever think you update the Reddit? Okay, so like first I think Jan is a moderator there, but like I don't think he checks it there. But I have no like mod powers whatsoever in the Reddit, nor do I really use Reddit. I have an account, but I don't use it. And someone else actually runs that Reddit, so I don't know what happened to them. But
when I got approached to make a Reddit by someone, like this was like version 3 or 4, like this is like 2016.
It was a long time ago.
And I was like, sure, it sounds fun. And then when the Reddit got launched, there was nothing for me to do on it, you know? I think I updated it like once, and over time I just didn't use it because I'm not really a Redditor.
No, I don't think anyone us two, we don't really like use Reddit much. I think I can't really speak for the other devs. I'm sure someone else who does use Reddit.
Like I occasionally use Reddit to like look at like problems I'm having with equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like just as an actual like have an account, I post things, I reply to things, I don't do any of that. So I felt kind of disconnected from Reddit. Yeah. That's why it's a little abandoned. Another question.
Oh, wait. What?
Do we get to download the very, very old versions of Rejuvenation? Or would we get the ability to do that? I will plan on releasing the original build at some point, but in terms of like version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't even have links to those anymore, so
I think they're just lost to time.
Yeah, they're just kind of lost to time.
How many more versions of Rejuvenation will there be? I think there's gonna be like 16 or 17 total. So we're on the 13th update right now, and 16 I believe is like
16 no matter what we where we go, yeah, no matter what we do, 17 or whatever, 16 will be the end of the main game.
Yeah, and 17, if that happens, it would probably just be post game. So if we decide like to do post game and the same update, that is possible, but it is like it really entirely depends on like the workload, and we might like to have like a similar case as of what we did with V13, that it's just too much and we have to split it off. But then it would like, especially post game, since it's probably gonna be very large, don't be surprised if that's like in don't be surprised if that's gonna be in a separate update, because it's entirely possible.
What I have planned for post game is literally another game in itself.
Yeah, it's I
don't know why I do this.
We talked about some ideas, but like, man. When's Anji getting the G Darm though? Never. No, it doesn't work in doubles, and Anji is doubles, so G Darm just gets like fucked over in doubles. So like, there's no point in adding it there, you know.
Let's see, possibly Desolation and Rejuvenation crossover. I would not be opposed.
But it entirely depends on the divs. So
yeah, if Kaz wants to do one, like, I'm very down. The one I did with Reborn was really fun. Like with the East Gear and City stuff.
Yeah. Is there any significance to the Storm 9's battle file being labeled the same as Sternia's, or is this to throw people off?
We will not answer that question. True. Next question.
Who's your favorite character? Oh wait, there's another one before there. The fucking... We'll answer that afterward. What is your favorite character?
My favorite... Sorry, say that again? I completely
favorite character.
Favorite character. I kind of like that girl from Sheridan. Her name's like Elena or something.
That's very fair.
Actually, but like, besides the main cast, I really like Jolene for some reason.
Jolene's a cool
I just think she's really fun to write.
Yeah. I think for main cast, it's probably also Alita for me. But in terms of like other characters, I did the sorter recently again, and Ryland came out on first again. So I have a bias. I just think he's neat.
I'm just saying you have a type.
Listen, shut up.
You have a type. That's all I can say about
that. I do not pursue. Who was the hardest character to design and put in the game? That was a question that I skipped over on accident.
Who was the hardest character to design and put in the game? I don't think any of them were particularly difficult.
No, I don't think so. I think like most of them were like.
Okay, no, I will complain about one thing. And I complained about this to Zumi yesterday. I do not vibe with Melia's long hair. It's really annoying. Right?
Yeah, I really her second outfit.
My goodness. Like, no matter what sprite she has, her hair really is annoying. My goodness.
Who is your favorite MC? Mine is Ariana, because Ariana is my fucking daughter. I love her.
I have a really big connection with Avia.
That
I really like
very
Avia.
Valid.
But I also love Elaine, obviously.
Oriana.
And I like Arrow. They're all my children. I can't pick. That's like you're telling me to pick between my children.
Ariana and Axel are just. I fucking love them. I just vibe with them a lot.
I love all of them.
Let's see. what do you guys think the best part of the game is? Jesus Christ. For me, it's Platinum Route. I fucking love that whole sequence. But also because I already had like especially with the early like non-released version of the game, that came up was up to Saki's fight. That's where like the old version stopped as well. That used to be my favorite part of the game to begin with, and now it just was approached from a completely different angle, but similar situation-ish. But it was so much better and just completely blew me out of the water, and it was really. That's definitely my favorite part now.
Which part?
Platinum Route. And the Ecclesia Pyramid stuff is in a close second for me still. It's still really that whole sequence, but yeah, Platinum Route is just really good.
My answer changes depending on the version. True. Right now, I think my favorite part. That's a tough one.
I also really like Chapter 3. Chapter 3.
I was just that was the answer I was leaning on. Chapter 3.
Yeah, Chapter 3 is just really solid now. And
I
think it's fucking perfect. I don't think you really need to change anything about that anymore.
Despite the West Gearan sewers, water management, whatever, despite that place giving me so much trouble on release with all the bugs, I really like that area.
Yeah,
just that whole story.
Fucking Eric.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with me and Eric. Eric and I had a talk, and I was like, "All right, this is what's happening."
Yeah. What about the bond phenomenon in general? Not necessarily the combo of Ice Greninja, but the concept. See. This would be difficult because I feel like people connect with different Pokemon more than various Pokemon. So just having bond forms for 500 different Pokemon just is not feasible. We're not doing that.
That's the problem with that, and that's the reason why the player doesn't send their Pokemon out on the field at all ever, because it's impossible for me to know what I could technically take every single Pokemon and put them out and have them appear, but that's literally over 800 species plus not counting.
No.
Yeah. I would die.
Are you eventually going to make a World of Lives episode 2? I mean, it's just a standalone game, so I don't really think there's necessarily a sequel for that. But
World of
side
Lives?
games though. Yeah, World of Lives episode 2. That's just a standalone game.
Honestly, World of Lives episode 2 would literally just be chapter. I forgot the chapter, but version 11 stuff, or 10. I don't fucking know anymore. It's all the chapters and things.
Version 10.
10, yeah, 10. That would honestly be episode 2, which is funny because you go through episode 2 first.
Can we get more Born X crossover, for Born and Rejuve crossovers, like the Rejuve MCs battling Born MCs?
I shall not answer that question.
I mean, it's just fine, the way it is right now, I think, as well.
Quote has thrown this question away. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Will you one day change the look of Kokori Village? Next question.
Let's see. Let me find some. Are you guys also assisting Pokemon Reborn's latest update? I'm not.
What was the question? Sorry.
Reborn update, the latest one, if any of us are assisting in it. Well, some of the people on the Rejuve dev team are also part of the Reborn dev team, but I am personally not assisting, so.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take your answer.
Does likely extend Aeronite Wall? I have no fucking clue. That's a question that Avery will probably be able to answer, Avery or Alex, but I don't know if any of them are in chat.
Where's that question? I didn't see it.
Does likely extend Aeronite Wall? I'm pretty far up. I'm lagging.
Yeah. I'm at towards the bottom.
Yeah, I'm just going through questions as I see them, so pick
That's
out.
fair.
I think I can't really go and pick every single one anymore, so I'm just gonna answer grab the questions that we can't actually answer.
Yeah. Full Moon and Rejuvenation crossover when?
No. Stop.
I'm so tempted to say yes.
Stop. I will.
So tempted.
I will punch you the second I meet you, fucking in person. God damn. Swear to God.
Knock my teeth out the first thing you see me. I'm running to tears in my face. first thing and then just knock the fuck out of me and I just die or pass out. Or... I always have to like go to death. My goodness, I can be knocked out. I don't have to die.
What's gonna happen after you guys complete Rejuvenation? Will you guys make new fan game? We don't know. We haven't even like gotten to like the fucking latest version, so like or the last one. So like that's I don't know. So like original. I was gonna say originally, the Rejuvenation was supposed to be a trilogy, but I don't know about that anymore. Yeah. Besides, I am also currently like still. I keep like putting off work on it, but I'm in a concepting phase of my own game, like a completely original IP. So
that I'm technically also working on.
Yeah, like Genital's gonna be working on it. So
I think at most, if I ever make another game, that will be the last one after Reju. If I make one more.
Yeah.
And if I do make one more, it's not gonna be anywhere near as long as this one.
Good fucking Christ, how long this game has gotten.
Yeah.
It is like it's like
it's gonna be much shorter.
Oh my god, I don't even remember how long the original like version was, but it was nowhere near as long as this is now.
No,
it is
not.
It's nuts. Anyways,
Xenoverse and Rejuvenation crossover. Well, I've not played.
I have not played it.
I don't know anything about Xenoverse. So if we do a crossover with any game, I'd like to like be somewhat familiar with it. It could change, I guess, but at this point, I guess I would say no.
Who's the character you hate the most? For me, this would be an easy pick for Texan, but at this point, it's like I fucking hate Thomas Blakely Senior more. I genuinely just hate him. He's a bastard.
See, like at least Texan is like he just has like he has a complicated life.
Yeah, like there's an explanation for him being a shithead, but there's Thomas Senior, who is just a dick greedy because he wants money, and I hate rich people, so like fuck off.
As for me, I don't like Karina.
Yeah,
I think she's
I can understand that as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really vibe with her either.
It's like I like writing her because she's funny to me. Like
as a person, she's just kind of like I don't like her.
I don't like her.
Yeah,
I think we would never be friends in real life.
Yeah.
Like she has a kind of a tragic story, but like that bitch don't care.
Let's see another question. What is for you the best part of about being a game dev and having made Rejuvenation? Complicated question, but I think like the most that I think for me when I was working on when I've been working on Reju for like 6 years now, I have grown so much in terms of how I sprite and just generally also with I've grown in a lot of fields because of Rejuvenation, and Rejuvenation also veered me into the game dev scene as a whole, because it made me realize that it's my passion, just game development and especially visual art for games. So honestly, I still have that to thank for it. So that's probably one of the best things that came out of it. So
I'm gonna steal your answer because I feel the same way. Honestly,
it's just something that really made me realize oh, this is what I want to do for my life. But then not necessarily making fan games, of course, but just really just
original content. Not to say this is not original, just our own IP.
Oops. There's things falling on my mouse. Sorry.
Nice.
Hell. Fuck. Anyways, okay, I'm good. What else is there?
I have a question. I see one. Who is the scariest character would you clear? For sure.
Yep. I agree.
Because
fucked up.
If she wanted to, she could literally veer you off the path of your life.
Yep. She can
and she has done that.
Yeah. She literally completely warped people's minds as a result of her illusions and everything, so Let's see.
And to clarify Claire's ability, like
Alex?
she's not making illusions. She's
Alex.
like warping your mind in real time.
I swear to God, I saw Alex just put, like, I was scrolling through the chat because I'm not caught up entirely, and I just see, like, Alex's comment, like, I love Watermelon Ryland, I'm gonna fucking beat you up.
Oh, we love
Stop! Let me meet him! I swear to God. Like, I still remember the edit that Azuri made. It's still in the out of context thread on Twitter. I hate it. There was like, Azuri, you need to have a talk.
I loved Watermelon Ryland. That was like
sure, because you bastard.
I was the one who started that, like, in the chat.
Like,
I was like, what?
Watermelon Kid memes, I hate it.
Yeah.
It just carried over to Ryland. It's like, no, don't be mean to him.
Isn't this literally Ryland? Like,
stop. He's not. Stop. I swear to God. Do you think you'll ever make character art for you and Jan's in-game characters? I mean, I want to make art for the devs at some point. Like,
that would be cool. Also, bye, Robin. Have fun at work.
Bye-bye.
Artwork for the dev sounds fucking great.
Yeah,
cool.
like I still want to do that at some point, just like as a thank you for everyone who is like.
I feel that
people who have been working on the game, because like, fucking goddamn, how much effort people have been putting into V13 as a whole. It's just like, I'm really, really grateful, and I just kind of want to like express my thanks in a way, which would be just like I'll draw your character, you know, it's fine, I can do that. Let's see. What's your favorite custom gym leader signature move? So, so for me personally, even though I fucking hate that move in practice, Saki's signature move is just really funny to me because Robin like went to me at some point in my DMs and asked me to make the sound effect for that, or like a part of the sound effect, which is literally just the 4 first notes of Megalovania.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm gonna be simple and just say Venom's Kiss because that was the first one I made.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have sentimental value with that move, and just like a fun fact, that move used to be 100% chance of ancient. It was like an ancient power poison that always worked.
Oh, right, yeah. Let's see, what else is there?
Let me be honest with you, I haven't even seen the new animation for Thunder Raid.
Hey,
like I think
I just clapped Eric before he even could use that move. They froze his field and he got molded because he just died. Jam plus Sumi, are you all happy with the restructured early game? Do you all think another restructure like that will have to happen in future versions? Mainly referring to story, but I don't think that early game needs any changes anymore. Like up to chapter 6, I think it's fine now.
I think up to that is fine. I think there's one section of the game I kind of want to take a look at, and Zumi already knows what I'm talking about. Well, I'm not gonna go into it too much because but upgrades are coming.
But it's not like up to like chapter 5, 4, like definitely are just like those chapters are just fucking solid as hell now, and I really don't think they need any more changes. So
I think it's pretty obvious which area I'm talking about. But, I'm just gonna leave that as a little spicy mystery.
As a little deed, a little deed. The deets. But we're not gonna give the full deets, but there's a small deed for you. Anyways, what else is there? What are your opinions on characters who change a lot between older and newer versions like Canon and Kato?
Wait, let me see the question. Oh.
I like Canon a lot more now, for sure.
Yeah, same.
Like, I thought he was like fucking simp ass, but he's gotten like so much better.
Canon was going to always get that same kind of progression that the canon we have now has, but less incel.
Yeah.
Yeah, less incel. Honestly, canon was largely I was trying to do like a parallel between those, but I was like, you know what? I don't like Bennett.
That's fair.
Let me take out the insult canon. Yeah. Let's make him a character.
Let's see.
And Keita, honestly, his character has changed, but it's like pretty much the same. It's just better executed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Who else was like pretty different? I think it's like, especially like Ryland as well. Like Ryland used to be very different.
Oh but
like he used to be called Ashros.
Yeah, he was a reference to a show called Zatch Bell that I used to watch when I was younger. And in that show, the person named Estros was a demon that controlled the earth.
Yeah, like there was but like he was also like, of course he was still the ground leader. But like he used to have like a different role. It's like a different kind of approach. He wanted to draw attention to the Badlands being like bad, of course, but he did it in a way that like it was like stealing the milk tank from Yui's ranch. At the point there was like like you can find it back on the TV tropes page as well, but like there was like a whole, instead of having Aelita in Grand Dream City, you would have Beth, so the one that runs Yui's ranch now, following around. And was it Venom or Aelita?
What's up?
Was it Venom or Aelita's role that she replaced, basically? I think it was
Venom.
Yeah, Venom. It was Venom, sorry. But like that's like completely different now. But like there was like Ashros would actually basically just like steal the milk tank from that ranch, and that's how she got involved in everything. But there was like it was old. Like taking away the supplies from Grand Dream City to draw attention to the Badlands and treat them better. That's how he wanted to have like make a change, but it was like in a very more aggressive way compared. Like,
yeah, Ron was a very different person.
Yeah.
Also, I'm liking all of Zatch Bell people in the chat. Like, I feel so validated right now. Zatch Bell's my favorite anime and manga. I mean, it's pretty obvious that a lot of my humor growing up has like evolved because of that show, honestly.
Okay, I'm caught up to chat because there's not a whole lot there yet. Any other questions people have, maybe?
Someone said Bennett is king. Adam, I'll ban you.
I need to replay Reborn. I haven't played that game in years. Like
you should.
I know, but I'm gonna wait.
You're waiting for the last. Yeah.
Because I lost my save file when like a couple of years back when it was like right before the current update came out. And it was because my hard drive on my laptop fucking died, and I lost everything on there, so it was just gone. So I haven't been asked to play for Reborn since, because it's a long game. And I was thinking, like, I'll just wait, because like at the time that I felt like, okay, maybe I should replay it again, it already was like way into development, and I was like, I'll just wait until the final update is out, it's fine, whatever.
Presence Gothitelle. Opinions on it, go. I love Presence Gothitelle.
I'm sorry
it's
for
such a
playing your game.
Little shit.
Wait,
true.
Sorry. What?
No, I was talking about Presence Gothitelle.
Oh,
and how I love it because it's a little piece of shit.
She's a piece of shit. You're right.
In 13.5, I really want Gothitelle to show up more often. And just like cause havoc.
Hi, Cass. Everyone's here. Everyone is here. Play the Smash sound.
Rejuve All Stars, like Winter likes to say.
Yeah. Man. There's just I'm like trying to collect my thoughts, but I'm starting to get kind of head empty at the moment. I'm just looking at
we've been talking for a while.
Yeah, like we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Oh, what? 3?
Yeah, 2.
Well, yeah, 2.
No,
okay,
not 3. Did you say? But I said 3.
You said 3.
No, I said 2.
I'm pretty sure you said 3.
I said 2. I said 2, 100%.
Okay, well, I will believe you for this moment.
Fool. You're a fool and a clown and the buffoon and the walnut.
Thoughts on Melia's Zoroark.
What? Sorry?
Thoughts on Melia's Zoroark.
I love that thing. It's it's so good. Like the scene with Nevid and Black Steeple with the Zoroark is just really good.
Zoroark just eating the food, and Nevid walks in, and he's like, "What? Hello?"
It's a cryptic ass noises. He's like, and he's like,
yeah, the cry.
Okay, sure. Okay, goodbye.
He's like, "I'll let you finish your food, and we could talk later."
What do you mean? I'm not clear. I may have red hair, but I'm not clear.
It's clear that you're not clear. Clearly.
Also, you guys, you nailed it with Mia caring for the protagonist's mom. Yeah, like that intro scene, like makes such a huge difference for like the rest of that whole sequence of the Black Steeple. Like it fucking hurts way more.
You're not clear, you're Emma Stone. True!
My god.
Wow, I guess you did say 2 and I just heard 3.
The moment when everyone thought that Jan and Zoe were Kieran and Claire. Yeah, we've seen a lot of theories about that.
I mean, they're technically not wrong.
Yeah.
But that's old reduced stuff that does not exist anymore.
Yeah. It's like really, really old. Really, really old stuff.
This is like first build Reju ever.
Yeah. When will we see more action from him? I've always feel like only really present at Black Steeple. It feels bad, man. I mean, he has like a lot of extra screen time in the new added scenes between chapters for the Zenithmans, so...
But I am planning on just giving him a little bit more screen time earlier. Like, obviously after Black Steeple, but... Yeah. I don't want to give too many things away. You can piece information I'm giving out together.
Thoughts on Rune?
Thoughts on Rune?
Yeah, I fucking love the Puppet Master, so by that connection, I also fucking love Rune, because the Puppet Master is a fucking coolest character.
Rune, I will agree with you, and I kind of like wanna, like there are really a ton of hints when you go through the game, right? The first time that you just do not pick up, because why would you? You would like never associate the two.
Like when you look back on it, it's just like, oh, so that's what that was. And like all the dots are connected, and you're just like, oh, that makes so much sense. And
the only problem I have with Rune is I just want to give a little bit more, some more blatant clues. Yeah. Besides like the library books.
Yeah.
That one was really like blatant in my opinion, but I can see why someone would not pick that up either without the context. I like thinking about this. Thinking about Rune reminds me of the theory that Madalis was Freya.
Right, there was something about that as well, right?
I think that's what it was. I think because
I think so. I think there was one like that. Yeah.
The game says red hair, and they were just like Madalis. I'm like, what about the character that has done nothing up to this point? What about them?
My god.
Ooh, the Venom purple versus brown hair debate.
Do you think hardcore Nuzlocke on Intense would be possible at all? At this point, no. I don't think so.
Probably not.
No, I really don't. Especially
true, Madam X is that.
Especially because the boss fights are like require you to use whole teams at this point. Like usually, because it's just it's not cheesable anymore with one Pokemon. You can't use Destiny Bond, you can use like some stupid stall tricks or just like potion spam and wait for like for example Curse to kill a boss or something. I still use that, but because it tears away its shields, but like you can't like cheese the shit out of a fight with Destiny Bond or something. So it makes fights a lot harder and requires you to use your whole team and like actually strategize on how you're going to attempt a boss fight before like it's usually gonna take a couple of tries, I think. I really do think that Intense is at a point where it's just almost impossible to do it without casualties. That's what I say, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
But again,
how
I
much?
don't really care about that sucks or Intense.
Yeah. How much has the story changed since version 1? Do you mean like the first release or like the very first build? Well, I'll answer both. First build, the games are like literally completely different.
You just gotta play with it along the lines.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess if you just think about the first build and version 1, I guess they take the same answer, as in the game is completely different.
Yeah.
Because during version 1 time, well, during the original build, I'll say, I literally was just making things up as I went. That's why, like, a lot of it's very haphazard, the early game.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to do a lot of tuning up and
rewriting.
fixing it. Yeah.
Like, it is a completely different game from what it was before. It is just... Like, the characters are so much more refined. There's a lot of characters that are no longer really assholes for no reason. And,
it's just... Terrajum is all over the place. Really.
Yeah.
For like Valor Mountain is fine. It's just everything
Valor Mountain is
that.
fine. It's just everything else leading up to it, yeah.
Very out of... Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't care how long this game takes to complete it. I just want it to be done someday. It'll legit really good. Thank you. It does take a while. Like this game has been developed for like 6 years at this point. But it's there's still a lot of work left to be done. But we're getting there. Like it's...
Yeah, we're pretty like obviously it's gonna take them a couple more years.
Yeah.
But like we're at the end, guys. Like
it's fucking bizarre to think about, especially considering now we're veering into territory that even the old game has never crossed into before.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like for us, it's like especially Jan and Mia, because since we've been working on a game like for the whole thing, it is just veering into completely new territory for us as well. So it's bizarre to think about, but also really exciting for the things that are planned for it, which I won't be saying anything about. But my god,
I think we're past all the. I think everything now is completely new content.
Yeah. Like even 14.5 would be new. So.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, this game is very long.
Yeah.
I did not expect this. Like, I've obviously 18 gym leaders, so it's a lot. But I did not expect the game to be this long. At this point, Rejuve is like 3 games put into one when it's completely done.
Yeah, it is insanely long.
That's kind of like why I separated it into chapters and acts. So like Act 1 would be like if Rejuvenation was 3 games separated, Act 1 would be 1 game.
Yeah.
Act 2 would be the other, and Act 3 would be the final one.
Yeah. And we're only nearing like the end of Act 2, so
yeah,
we still have a thing to go.
True.
Let's see, what else is there? How long is this? This game, I've seen some people with, like, this is, for some people, not everyone, of course, but this game has, like, probably a minimum playtime of, like, 70 plus hours. Minimum, like, bare minimum, that's not doing all of the side content, because I've seen people with save files that go into the 200 hours, so it's, it's a fucking long-ass game.
Yeah, it is very long.
Have you all thought about making another separate title where love lies? Like where love lies.
Oh, like another
yeah,
side
like
game.
another side game.
Yes, actually, but the problem with that right now is finding the time.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I do, yeah. I will say that I will officially say that I have one that I want to work on like soon.
But we also kind of have our hands full with just like the main game already, so it's tough to balance things out.
I'm not sure when I'll get around to doing it, but I do have something in mind that I want to work on. Yeah.
What about getting like a second side game dev team type deal? I think we probably stick to the same dev team, because this is the group that we've always worked with.
I'm very particular.
Yeah.
I try not to be so like I don't think I could outsource to a second team. I don't think it would like work out. As in, I don't think I would be able to get what I want.
Yeah,
across.
I think like our current dev team is like very like it's just a really good dev team, I would say. Like there's just it feels like right to work with these people, and I think because we've already worked with a lot of them for the longest time, we kind of know what to expect from each other, and it like trying to convey some of the shit that we do in the dev server might be a little bit harder to convey to people who are not used to the ways that we like work within a team. Like it really depends, because we kind of need to like know the people, I guess. How do you even like explain that? There's just like a kind of synergy within our team that just makes sense, you know? It would be harder to like find out with more people. Like there's probably a couple of people who would be able to, but like forming a whole ass team with the same kinds of people who like understand the working methods and the way that we like to handle stuff it's probably gonna be very difficult, and I don't think it's like feasible.
It's more like it's honestly it's a bit of me being a little selfish, or like I wouldn't say self-centered, but I feel like I wouldn't like if the second dev team wouldn't be able to like have like my personal touches into like what I think.
You would have to spread yourself even thinner than you already do. So like
that, and I think like without me being in as like the head dev of a second team, I feel like
exactly how you want it to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry if it's too soon to ask this, or if it's been answered already, but will version 14 be released in 3 parts? Yes.
Yes. But
I will not explain how.
Yeah, but like you don't have to worry about it being like years between updates. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it'll be
That's not how it's gonna happen. I assure you.
There are 3 parts. There are 3 parts, but it will not be like months between each part.
So put your thoughts to rest, because excuse me, talking is hard. I have seen worries about that, but I assure you, you do not have to wait that long between each update.
Ooh, who wants character switcher? I feel lightheaded reading character switcher. Is the Zen purge going to be very difficult?
Next question.
The court rejects this answer. For this question. Next one.
Well, you're not gonna have to get an answer about the P14 question either. You'll have to see. You'll have to wait and see.
Honestly, I can't. I don't think.
You scream at that. I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps.
Are we going to see more Nove?
Perhaps.
Yeah. You can see her in 13.5.
Why aren't there any bearded characters in Rejuvenable? I mean, there's Soda. And there's
I don't.
I mean,
Soda.
There's Nevid, and there's actually there's I have been working on more official art for like some of the characters that I introduced to V13, which includes Cairo, and he has like he's not really has a beard, but he has like a stubble, I guess.
Honestly, the reason why there's no beards because they're hard to sprite and look nice.
True.
That's really that's the real answer behind that.
Like
Such
yeah, there's Cairo is one of the people getting official art soonish. Probably 13.5. There's some more characters that are also getting official art, but I won't be going into that. I have been working very hard. I've been working in advance. I know I should be like worrying still about some stuff for like. Actually, do I still have to worry about like stuff for V13 in general? No, right? I think I'm gonna.
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm just working ahead at this point. Like, I want to draw. I want to draw things. Truck guy official art when eventually. Like, y'all need to stop bothering me about that, because the amount of times I get the questions is like fucking crazy. Oh my god. I'll postpone it every time someone asks, just like how we release, like we delay release of the game.
I think we should start wrapping up. So like,
right? Yeah, it's getting a little late. Anything else we still want to add? Just.
Also, sorry if I didn't answer your question. Sometimes it's hard to pick out questions from the chat.
Yeah, we kind of had to filter through them as well because there were
I don't want anyone to feel like I'm ignoring
some of them were just like. Maybe repeating the same answer or just like not really something we can answer to begin with, so
dedicated hug button. They need a lot more than hugs.
Therapy.
Will you two evolve?
Dedicated therapy button. Will you two evolve? I will assume
yeah, maybe one day my third eye will open. And we will all be well rested.
Yeah.
No one's gonna get that, but it's okay.
Okay, well, is there anything you still want to add, Jen? Just to end things off.
No, not that anything that comes to mind. We're gonna try to get I guess this is about the current version, but we're gonna try to get a patch out very soon.
Yeah. We noticed
possibly tomorrow. Possibly. I would hope so.
We noticed with Point Free that alongside all of the fixes that came with it, there were a ton of bugs that suddenly like broke several battles, and it's shit fuck, and it's horror, and I feel bad, and I'm sorry.
Ice cream.
Hell. It's bug fix hell. Anyways, yeah, patch soon. One last thing that I want to add myself is that this stream is going to be uploaded to YouTube tonight. I have everything recorded, and oh, sorry, I just hit my desk. I have everything recorded, and I will upload it to YouTube so you can always watch it back. And yeah, if you missed it or you missed like part of the stream, you can find it back there. So that's about it for me as well. So.
I'll answer one more question. Have any of you played Desolation? I have not played Desolation.
I haven't played it either.
However, I'm planning on playing it and uploading it to YouTube eventually, like this year, hopefully.
I am just really bad at playing other fan games in general. I am just a busy person.
That is completely fair.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. This was really fun. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you learned something or that you get your question. Thank you for the energy in chat.
Yes.
But yeah,
the energy I need.
We'll probably post like especially once we get working on 13.5, we'll probably post like stuff on the dev blog again. And
definitely not working on 13.5 stuff quite yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not. Let me just sip my water real quick.
But yeah, you'll hear from us again. We're not gonna be on radio silence. Like, we're just gonna take Jan's gonna be like gone for a little bit, and then he's gonna be like taking a break for like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll probably like get going with 30.5 and try to like get you guys up to date on that stuff once there's like information available. You do not have to drown me in chat, by the way. It's the only hydrated redeems.
We're getting drowned, the chat's getting drowned.
Oh my god.
At least we're all drowning together.
I think I'm gonna drown the stream now as well, so thank you guys so much for joining, and
yeah, thank you guys.
maybe we'll do another stream, like, eventually. Like, maybe just, like, a regular game stream with the two of us again. But,
Yeah, I'm ready for Bingus to come home.
Bingus. Return of Bingus. But anyways. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye!
And...